Hello, everyone.
Greetings, friends.
It's the Jimm
and Dave's
Beer Review.
And Merry Christmas, because this is the Christmas weekend for
This
2017.
is the Christmas anniversary special.
Right. Will Rudolph find his true love? Will Santa Claus finally give it to Mrs. Claus the way she wants it?
Oh, my goodness.
Will Dave finally say, hey, let me treat for you for these beers for a change?
Whose beer are we drinking?
Okay, that's yours.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm just being fastidious.
It's the Festivus for the rest of us right now, isn't it?
Yes, let's listen to some Vaginefeld.
Vaginefeld? Rated R, rated R.
Excuse me, Ginas are not rated R.
I know, they should be. They're a superstar.
Yes.
Anyway.
Talk about making a silk purse out of an igloo.
We've got Fegley's Root Elf's Reserve.
Rudolph, preserve the beer.
Belgian
was
strong
a really
dark
good
ale.
drink.
IBUs are 25.
And if you ever had it,
ABVs are 10.5.
you would be really drunk.
It's called a Belgian style holiday ale with attitude because it's spicy.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, David brought it over.
I brought one over before, but he screwed up his phone and we have to do it all over again.
We don't want to mention that.
No, why not?
Because I want to have a better image.
Yeah, there are 8 people who watch our show, right?
Well, I want them to think I give it. And let me tell you something. It's that Google Photos app. I want to delete it off the cloud and delete it off the phone at the same time.
You know, every time somebody puts a comment on your channel, you get an email, right?
Yeah.
Man, you know, some of those guys I watch, like, their shows, like the movie shows, they get, like, you know, tons and tons of freaking, you know, comments. They must get all these emails. It must be crazy.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
We don't have that problem.
So, what was the ABV?
10.5.
IBU?
25. 2-row caramel pale malt.
That's what it looks like in case it's out of focus.
And hops are Hallertau. Serving suggestions. Serve in a tulip glass.
Well, that's if you have an entire beer. You only brought one over. Let's bring that over here.
Tasting notes. Pours a deep chestnut ruby with a creamy tan head.
Chestnut ruby with a tan
This says the aroma is sweet with harmonic spices led by clove, then cinnamon and nutmeg. Now the nutmeg I'm not crazy about because that has to do with
spices,
like, you know,
led by clove.
The pumpkin beer, it's got a lot of nutmeg, which I don't really like.
Though it's been drunk many times, many places.
It says the rich body has a fine carbonation that smooths and hides the high ABV.
Fine carbonation for high day.
Excuse me, could you look the other way while I kill this man?
What, don't I have a voice just like Bing Crosby?
After being harassed by by elves in the toy workshop and the reindeer in the stables, Rudy found his true calling in Santa's brew house.
Santa's brew house.
Here you go again. I'm going to kill him. You have it here on YouTube.
Right.
Keeping his edge and focusing his talents, this elf created a spicy holiday brew that became a Christmas legend of its own.
Spicy holiday brew. Yes. No. Sorry.
That's okay. You can't help it. You're just a whack nut.
Well, speaking of whacking.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of spice going on there. Just like last
sorry,
time.
sniff. You're right. It does have a kind of a little bit of a...
You can't be, that's not a lot of nutmeg in there. It's got
it's got nutmeg.
I don't like the nutmeg.
Well, I don't mind if it's in something that's meant for nutmeg.
No.
All right, me neither. All right.
Pumpkin beer's got a lot of nutmeg in it. I can't stand pumpkin beer.
Cheers, everybody. Good beer, though. Could be a little colder.
I didn't stick it in the freezer.
Where'd you stick it?
In the fridge.
And by fridge, he means his a-hole.
We're rated R again.
Yeah. I don't think a-hole is a rated R term.
I think it is.
You may be right.
I am. I'm always right. I'm Dave.
Well, it's the holiday season. 'Tis the season to be
full of themselves.
Put it in the fridge.
Yes. What? Okay.
I don't know.
Huh? What?
It happens.
It does.
Well, Dave, what do you think? Give us your thoughts on the flavor.
It's spicy. It's got some alcoholic taste to it.
Now, usually when you
What did I give it before? I can't remember.
I don't know. Well, listen, when you hear the word Rudolph, you might think of, oh, is this kind of like Mad Elf? Well, it is in the terms of the ABV.
Do you know what you gave it last time?
I don't,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
but I know I'm giving it this time.
Let me look and see what you gave it last time. Now I can compare it to see what you like it
You
now.
sure,
compared
please
to
don't get
before.
your iDevices while we're making. It
iDevices?
can wait until we're done.
You sure?
All right, I'll go ahead.
I'm just
In
wondering.
the meantime, I'll do my particular.
It's shameless plugs.
No. I'm going to say what I think about the flavor, which is what beer review is all about.
Ooh. John likes Canadian breakfast stout. And we can't get no more of those, Jim, because your friend said, "Oh, you only have one per family, and you guys are a family, so you can only have one."
Household. He said household.
Household, family, same thing.
Well,
I don't live here.
You've been in my house.
I don't live here. I have a
So listen, it does have nutmeg.
very spicy.
Yeah, well, it's somewhat spiced. It's a good holiday beer. I mean, it's no Mad Elf, but it's enjoyable.
There's only one Mad Elf. I
It's
like the old
relatively
Mad.
smooth. I don't know that the carbonation is necessarily hiding the ABV, because personally, I do get a little bit of a heat on the back end from the 10%. Right, 10%.
Yes, I can tell because he's acting all goofy and stuff.
Well, it was way before I did this. But I think the flavor, it's very smooth. It's not harsh. The mouth feel is very smooth.
Mouth feel.
It does have, obviously the nutmeg is first and forefront, I think. But otherwise, it's relatively good. I think I give this 7 out of 10. Dave, what are your thoughts on this beer?
Ditto.
Good.
Beer good.
The same number?
7.
7.
7's good.
Oh, did you look it up? What did we get?
7.5. No, I did not because I was trying to be a nice guy.
That's all right. Let's see what we did. Let's do a little thing here. Let's say this is Rude Elf. Rude Elf.
I didn't put my thing in there last week. I don't
Thank
think.
God for that.
Oh my.
Oh, well, last week you apparently gave it. Oh, I gave this a 9 last week.
Holy criminy.
Was this the last one we had for the evening? This beer, it's great.
You gave it a 9.
I did give it a
And
9.
now you give it a 7.
December 23rd, 2016. Oh, well, that was last year's vintage.
Oh, so last year's was a whole 2 points better than that this year.
Yeah. Geez, Fegleys, you really dropped the ball on this one.
You know, we had this at Capone's where we probably had like 8 other beers before this.
Oh, is that Capone's?
It looks like it.
Oh, well, that's another variation right there. It was on a
Well,
on
look, you
tap.
got a menu and you got a glass next to it. It looks like you're at a bar.
Yep. Well, obviously this
Yeah,
is...
chicken. You had to say Chicken Pete's in Audubon.
Did I?
Yeah, look, it says Chicken Pete's right here.
Well, I got a Rude Elf at Chicky and Pete's. That's weird. I had to be there with my family. I would never gotten a beer there. With
Why
my
wouldn't
boss.
you go there with your boss? They don't drink
I
beer
was
with your
just
boss?
there yesterday with my boss, actually.
You didn't drink any beer?
No, I never do that unless somebody else gets one. Well, I had work to do. That was the thing.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes
No,
sense.
I'm sorry, not yesterday. It was Thursday.
Oh, whatever day. I was like, oh my God, he's going to Chicken Pete's? Well, I've never been to Chicken Pete's ever.
Really?
No, I've never been to Chicken
Very
Pete's.
nice beer list.
I've never been there.
You like seafood?
I like seafood.
Well, I'll tell you what. They have excellent baby lobster tails. If you're going to kill lobsters, you should kill
I
the
don't
babies.
want to eat lobster tails.
Why not?
Because I hate eating lobster pairs. They put them in those tanks, and it's very
No,
unhumane.
no. They're dead by the time they get to your
Oh,
table.
that's okay then. It's like eating cows, right? That's okay.
Yeah.
I like hamburgers.
Listen, these are basically big things with big pictures saying, look, aren't I delicious? Pinch, pinch, pinch.
I like things.
F
dead.
lobsters.
I never want to pick out something to kill. It's like you go.
No,
to the
you
store,
don't pick
you're
it
like
out.
you go out to the thing and lobster.
just babies. They're not in a tank.
What about the lobster place you go to? What's that? Red Lobster. And you go to the tank. You go, I want to kill that one.
Yeah.
I want to eat that one.
Well, my only regret is I can't kill it myself. Bad lobster! Bad lobster! Die, die,
kill
die!
you before you killed it.
Well, if I was under the ocean, I'd be dead already because I'd be like, I can't swim! I can't swim!
You can't swim.
Well, I could swim to save my life, but not to get a lobster. Oh, could you? Why can't I breathe underwater? Dead.
You never went with swimming with your son or anything like that.
No, no, no. If anything, I threw him off the end of the pier and said, time to learn to swim or die. Very effective.
I can see that.
All right, so anyway, this year's bottle version of
Rude Elf.
7 of 10 from Dave, 7 of 10
Reserve.
from Jim. The reserve.
Because Jim had apparently the one that was in oak barrels or something. Did you not?
Of this?
You said you had a Root Elf in oak barrels or something before.
I did?
You did? You said you had that kind before.
When did I say that?
You said that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well,
When I bought the Root Elf 4-pack, you were like, oh, did you get this kind? I said, no, I
No,
got this
no,
kind.
I was talking about the gingerbread stout.
Oh, that. I bought gingerbread, Hardywood gingerbread.
Yes, and
beer.
they have a bourbon barrel version of that.
I have that.
No, you don't.
I don't? You sure? I sent you a picture the other day.
Because there's a big GBS on the bottom. That's what we reviewed last week.
No, we didn't review the Hardywood last week. Not
Yeah,
the
we
kind
did.
not the kind I
Not
had.
the kind you have. We reviewed the bourbon barrel version.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You
That was one of the ones I lost, by the way, thanks to Google Photos.
No, that's because of Jimm photos. So sorry. It's okay.
Anyway, listen, everybody.
We love you.
We love
Long
you.
time.
We like to say that women who are pregnant shouldn't drink alcoholic beverages due to the risk of birth defects. You shouldn't drink and drive. You shouldn't operate heavy machinery if you are under the influence of alcohol due to the risk of birth defects. You shouldn't operate heavy machinery. Excuse me, that's pregnant
Operate
women.
heavy machinery. Do not
And
operate
excessive
heavy
drink
machinery.
can cause health problems and confusion when you're doing a beer review, apparently.
What?
And the reason we try all these different beers is
So you can have a good time and a good laugh.
because we believe that you should drink great beers.
And have a laugh
Number two,
with your
friends,
friends and your
friends,
yes.
and stuff like that
Stuff
there.
like that there. Where did my picture go?
Oh, well, I guess I'm not the only one who loses stuff on his phone.
did.
Oh,
Good
Jim,
job.
you screwed up royally. Oh, excuse me. Where's the stuff on my phone? It's gone. Thank you.
I have it. I have it. I'll look at the.
I have it here, too, but I
sent
keep it in
you
my
the
pants.
picture.
Thank you very much.
What?
What?
It's right. Wait, no, that's the thing. Don't
No,
do
no,
that because
no,
my
no,
son
no.
can see it.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
There it
whoa.
is. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
You don't believe me. See, there's not a big GPS there. That's not the bourbon barrel version.
It isn't.
What I did was, there's a huge GBS on the label.
This is reserve.
It's the reserve, but it's not the bourbon barrel version.
Look at all those beers, Jim.
I know. Why don't you bring some over?
There's
you
15.
bastard?
There's another 12. There's another 17. There's another 16. There's another 12. There's a 20. My goodness.
Very good. Dave.
Jim's gonna come to my house sometime on either Tuesday or Thursday because I'm seeing Star Wars on Wednesday. And
Can I come?
you can go with us if you want. Sure.
I'll give you money for the ticket.
More than merry. Go see Star Wars, man. I really gotta see Star Wars. I
Yeah,
only
we
go.
should have
I
some-
usually go see
We
one.
should have some beers around
We
your mom.
haven't
So
gone
she'd be
to-
like, you shouldn't be driving down.
We yeah. My mom should drive, and we can go out after.
Yeah.
Drink.
I want to drink
Let me
enough. I
drive.
start calling her by her first name.
You can call my mom by her first name. if
I
you
want to talk to her like your dad too.
You're 51 years
Dad,
old.
thanks for driving. You are good,
Eh,
David. Why
can't
is Jim
imagine
talking
saying,
like that?
Hey,
He's trying to talk like dad.
Jean.
Mom.
Hey, Jean. What's going on, Jean? I imagine you ever calling your mom Jean?
Yeah, I call her Billie Jean. I'm just like,
Jean, hey,
I'm
Jean.
not your son because that I am the one who came as your caboose.
My mom was standing up for your mother the other day, by the way. So I was like, I
She
said,
was
my
standing
brother,
up for my mom.
Yeah, because I said, hey, my brother was wearing a hat inside the house, and I said, you look like Mrs. Rutling. And my mom said, how dare you say bad things about Jim's mom? And I was like, I didn't say anything bad. I said,
Oh, saying your brother doesn't look good with a hat inside the house.
No, I meant your mom used to wear hats inside the house.
Yeah, she was. She's big on the hats.
Yeah, she used to love
She
wearing
used to like
hats
sit in
inside
front of the TV and
With
yell
her-
at
with
the
her
TV while
pipe.
she's smoking like this.
She smoked her pipe too. Remember the pipe? I mean, there was nothing bad in the pipe. We're at 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
here,
let's get
so
that guy. Or we done everything.
It's okay. Blah,
Hey,
blah,
everybody.
blah. We
Merry
love
Christmas
you.
2017.
Merry Christmas, Bleh. Oh, we got a kitty cat.
Homo.